How will the coronavirus affect real estate in Denver? You might be asking yourself that question if you're looking to buy a home or sell in Denver right now. So let's answer that question in today's tip of the week. My name is RJ Baxter with Fairway Independent Mortgage. Let's dive into it. So what got me thinking about this topic for the video this week in particular was I read an article this morning by Redfin about what's happening in Seattle. And in Seattle, they reported they're seeing less sellers wanting to list their homes for sale, and actually some sellers taking their homes off the market because of fear of less activity or less views of their homes. And also fewer buyers are wanting to go out and look at homes or to meet with real estate agents in person because of fear of getting the coronavirus. Now, as you know, the Seattle area is a hotbed for the coronavirus currently. So there's a lot more lockdown happening, less people going out, people hoarding supplies and that kind of thing, working from home. We're not seeing that too much in Denver just yet. There's not that many cases reported in Colorado. So we'll see if it continues to report more cases here in Colorado. But for the time being, we're not seeing a whole lot less activity out there as people stay in. However, one thing to keep in mind is that the housing market is at a low point for inventory. It's an extremely what we call tight real estate market. There's way more buyers right now than there is sellers. And we're seeing this in most markets across the country right now, but especially in Denver. There's way more buyers than there are sellers. Inventory is actually down significantly compared to a year ago at this time. Check out this chart that I found online. This shows the percentage change in homes for sale in January year over year, and you'll see Denver here down 14% in the number of houses for sales, what we call inventory in the real estate business, and it was already low inventory last year. So we're even worse off on inventory, and the buyer activity has not slowed down. Now, if we get a short-term slowdown because of the coronavirus as far as activity, that may have a little bit of an effect. But even if you took half the buyers off that decide not to go out there and look at homes, there's still more demand than there is supply. So this problem or this situation is unlikely to slow down. Even if it's short term, going into the summer, it's likely that the housing market's going to remain strong. Now, if you're a buyer, especially, also, this is a great opportunity to get out there, because one thing that the coronavirus has led to is the lowest mortgage rates that we've seen ever in the history of the country. So that means that affordability is at a really good level. I did a video last week about affordability. So go back and look at that. It's actually more affordable now than it was a year ago to buy a home in Denver. So that's a very interesting thing to look at. So it's a great opportunity to get out there, especially if there's a little bit less buyer activity in the next couple months. It means that it's not going to be quite as competitive to get your offer accepted on a house. So you might be more likely to get that dream house that you're looking for. So it's a great time. As a seller, it remains a really good time to sell because of the lack of inventory. So your house is going to be in demand if it's priced right. So the bottom line is it remains a great time in Denver to buy or sell a home. This is not the stock market yet. It has been going down the past couple of weeks, but this is not the same situation as we saw in 2008 with the housing crisis. It's just not the same economic environment. We don't have the mortgage situation that we had back then. Real estate's not in the same position as it was then. So it's unlikely we're going to see a housing crash like we did in 2008. So that's my thoughts on what's going on right now. It remains to be seen how it plays out, but bottom line is it's a great time to buy. It's a great time to sell, and that's unlikely to stop even if on the short term this coronavirus thing keeps escalating. So give me a call if you have any questions on that or want to talk about your particular situation. Once again, my name is RJ Baxter with Fairway Independent Mortgage. You guys have a great day.